Well, hello. Welcome back to Life with Hez. I am Hez. It is December 18th, and I know we've missed a week or two, so I am back. And last week we apologized that we weren't here because we were having some technical difficulty, and so here we are tonight. The topic, I believe, was going to be well-behaved women rarely make history. Well, if any of you truly know me, I am rarely ever behaved. And most people know that about me that truly know me, and that's okay. I actually own that title, and I actually feel this is one of my mantras right here, one of many, but I do love this. So, well behaved, that can go in a lot of different directions, but for me it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes I don't like to follow directions, and sometimes I just like to do things my own way. That's okay. So one of those aspects I have found the older I'm getting is I tend not to have as much of a filter anymore, and there's not a whole lot I won't ask somebody or you or anybody. So I'll give you an example. Of course, this is Life with Hez, and you never know what's going to pop up in this life. So, I've been going to the gym, hadn't been there in a little, I think I went like once last week, and Melissa here, my technical IT person, she and I went today. It's funny because we're talking about this, and what I'm getting ready to tell you happened today just kind of goes with it. So long story short, when I go to the gym, you do a little bit of cardio, and then you do the machines. You have to keep your muscles tight and strong. Well, Melissa and I went and got on the elliptical. We're just moving and shaking, and we're really feeling like, hey, this is awesome. So then we moved on to the machines. Well, both of us have had a person prior to this workout. I don't know, but a couple months ago, this person, I can't give names, but I will say I was asked a question, and so was she, that I've never been asked before. They asked this question that the leg machine that you get on, and I think it works the quads, the inner and outer, asked if they said they heard that when you are on this machine, these are your legs, sometimes you're outside the little leg thing, and sometimes you're in, you open them and closing them, or you're outside and you're closing and you're opening. And it does work. It works the hips and hip flexors. Well, they said they heard that for women, you get a sensation down there. You little jingle in your vajangle. And I've never been asked that before, and I've worked out a lot. And I've never had a jingle in that vajangle on any of those machines. So we're laughing about this because we're both on next to each other in the machine, and I'm like, I'm not feeling anything. You feel anything? I'm not feeling anything. Well, Melissa's to the left of me, and there's somebody to the right of me. And we're huffing and puffing, and we're just doing it. I'm going to count to 100, and I'm feeling nothing. I don't know. Maybe I'm numb. Maybe maybe she went to sleep. Maybe the jangle's like me. I go to sleep, it goes to sleep. I don't know. But this young lady is next to me doing things on that machine I have never seen. And I mean, she was giving it to that machine. Like, she was doing things I've never saw anybody do on these machines. And I'm looking at Melissa, and I'm like, do you see this? I mean, she was a brick shit house. Like, this woman, she was built, she was strong, but she was giving it to that machine. So Melissa, we were laughing, and Melissa thought, maybe, we ought to ask her. I said, are you going to? No, I'm not going to ask her. That was Melissa. So, you know what that does, puts that in motion with me. So I'm staring now at this woman. We both are. We're both kind of like staring. And so she finally looks over and I said, yep. I said, I'm staring at you. I said, first off, kudos to you. You are a beast. You are rocking it. I said, I just can't get over what I'm seeing. And she laughed. And then I asked, I said, I have a question for you. Because at this point, she's at the machine next to me. I said, I know somebody wants to know. Do you feel anything down there and then other regions? And she's like, but I got to tell you, she answered me with a straight face. Nope, nope. You feel it here, you feel it in the butt, you feel it there, but not down there. Meanwhile, while she's saying this to me, I hear over my left shoulder, she's making my sweatpants look bad. And I'm like, what? I'm talking to this woman that's like built like unlike anything I've ever seen. And I hear this one over here. She's making my sweatpants look bad. I can't make this up. This is a day in my life. This is at the gym. I'm wearing an old concert t-shirt and I'm wearing yoga pants. Melissa's wearing workout pants, which, you know, kudos to you. They were nice and soft. But then the woman to the right is wearing, I don't even know, it was these tight pants, but she looked like she had a BBL. Her butt was so perfectly, and I'm sitting there going, I want her butt. I even told her, I said, I wish I had your butt. I don't. I wish I had it. And we're both, you know, thinking we're doing this big old workout over here. And I'm watching this woman. Let me just tell you, if she's got a man, he's going to die. He's going to die. Because what she was doing in that machine, she does that to any man I know, they're not going to live. She might as well just, you know, get an insurance policy, because I mean, when I've never seen anybody do what this person did on that machine. And kudos to her. Even in my best days of working out, it didn't look like that. I didn't look like that. And I'm going to just tell you all, listen, if one of you are on one of those machines and you get a jingle and you're vajangle, I think kudos to you, but I've never experienced it. I don't think you did. Your sweatpants were upset today. I know that. But other than that, that was my day today at the gym. That's what was being talked about. And who thought it was going to come right on the heels of, like, you know, well-behaved women rarely make history. Well, I'm not well-behaved. I don't mind asking a question. I asked. She answered. Listen, she didn't have to answer, but she answered. And kudos to those that, you know, well, that's a hell of a workout. You know, if those machines did that to me, I'd never leave the gym. I would just live there. I'd just live there. But, and if that truly did that to most people, I don't think you'd ever have a chance to get on the machine, would you? I don't think so. So anyway, but I like being me. And this is a kudos to all of you that are rarely behaved. Keep being you. Don't worry about anybody else. And enjoy it. You know, it's a ride. It's a ride. I know I embarrassed some of my family with some of these and probably other people, but you'll get over it. It is what it is. But, you know, if you don't ask, you don't know. And I'm asking. And, you know, if somebody's asking me that question, I'm going to ask somebody I think that might have that happening to them. But, you know, if she doesn't have it happening, I don't know anybody that's having it happening. That woman would have been the one having it happening. So anyway, that was my topic for today. And I just wanted to share my lovely story with you all today. So please like and share me if you're enjoying these. And I'm not making this crap up. This is real stuff. This is what's happening. But before I see you next time, we won't be back next week. It's the holidays. It's Christmas. So I just want to say Merry Christmas from my family to yours. Keep enjoying your life. Do some life with Hez. Do your own life with whoever. But get out there and seize the day. Don't worry about looking bad or stupid or embarrassed. I don't. It's all good. And we'll be back the week of New Year's. And I'll be doing another Wake Up Wise coaching, probably live, and then we'll do another. Who knows what story I'm going to have for you next time. I didn't know I was going to have this one for you tonight, but here we are. So, wishing you a very heartfelt Merry Christmas, and thank you for all the love from all of you. And you guys really just do make my life so much happier. So, and I hope I'm doing that for you. So until then, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you the week of New Year's.